Hi, this is Lucy Taylor presenting my project titled Limerick Community Learning Commons, or LC Squared. The overarching intent of the project is to strengthen the existing community. The concept aims to do that by creating a supportive place for the community that also empowers the community members with education and economic opportunity. The school concept is for a community college campus. The curriculum, that of community planning and economic development, focuses on the immediate needs of this already active and engaged, yet vulnerable community. Ideally, this concept can empower the community members with education and economic opportunity. Where the overarching intent of the project is to strengthen the community, the design intent aims to do this by extending the existing pedestrian scaled neighborhood. The design concept, one of village typology, is to create an open learning landscape that is sensitively integrated with the historic village. The main building is a larger scale than the typical surrounding buildings. This imbalance is addressed by the row of cottages making up the street-facing portion. These match the existing adjacent historic storefronts in height, width, depth, and roof slope. My initial massing explorations were guided by an emphasis on blurring the lines between the public and the private spaces, making it a welcoming design not just for enrolled students, but for all community members. The intent was to blend the community spaces with the college spaces, in turn blending the curriculum with the community activity. The massing program I chose to explore further was guided by that goal, and I feel it does this by being respectful of what and who this historic neighborhood already is. I want to extend the existing Landmark Park Village through this village typology, so the chosen concept was called a village within a village. This is the first floor plan. The cottages in front connect to the street. The courtyard behind them connects them to the main building and is in essence the town square of the site's village. Together, these elements create a pedestrian street amongst the separate buildings to encourage access from all directions and invite the community to interact with the campus. This is the second floor plan. The centerpiece of the main building, housing the college learning units, is the lobby atrium, an open gathering space, as well as the main entry and the core of the circulation. This central area is open to the full height of the building and reaches out on each level with terraced mezzanines to create varied scale gathering areas intended for social, study, or informal learning use. Enclosed spaces are directly accessible from the mezzanines. The glazed facade of the atrium facilitates a visual connection to the courtyard and street beyond, aiding in navigation and creating a sense of safety through transparency. This is the third floor plan. The placement of the cottages along Dagnan Boulevard is intended to be welcoming from the entire street, as well as the side street. The cottage at the central entrance is oriented and elevated to accommodate and interact with the large existing street tree, a treehouse of sorts. Elevating the cottage creates space for an open patio beneath, an extension of the intended use of this space as a student-run cafe open to the community. The other cottages are also intended to be used for hybrid school community use, as part of the plan to share this campus in a collaboration promoting environment for both the students and the community that they are studying. The floor plans of the cottages and the main building follow the natural topography, which descends 4 feet approximately from the south to the north end of the site. The main building ground floor is split among 4 different levels, each separated by 2 steps or 14 inches. The neighboring buildings are shown in the east and west elevations to illustrate the choice of building heights. The height of the cottages reflect the adjacent storefront heights. The height of the main building was chosen to respond to and balance out the oversized tower on the south end. The view into the main building from the street and the courtyard is intended to reveal a dynamic composition of circulation, open space, and multi-use space that is both functional and fun to navigate. The site and buildings are composed in order to create dynamic and maximum circulation. This enlarged section shows the open atrium concept's interaction with the enclosed learning units, as well as the integration of the structure and systems, including the solar shading system, the daylighting strategies, and the natural ventilation. Though I aim to maximize passive strategies for ventilation and climate control, active systems will still be necessary in this hot climate. This is a perspective section illustrating the 3 different HVAC systems. Here is the structural system diagram and the facade system, which features the solar shading strategies. Here are exterior perspective views showing site shading with the landscaping that was planned to create maximum shade in the warmer climate, and also the climate appropriate landscaping. The original massing concept for this design was guided by a focus on preserving the site's historic trees. So retention and expansion of that tree canopy, as well as extensive exterior landscaping and development of usable outdoor space, are essential aspects of the passive design concept. The building arrangement prioritizes access to open space, with most spaces having direct access to outdoor planned green space. The interior spaces all have ample daylighting, and all enclosed spaces face onto the open common areas, which open onto the courtyard. The entry was designed to face and interact with the center of the existing Lime Park Village. The largest shade tree in the center of the site's frontage is where the entry path start is located. This location offers a view of the main building atrium through the cottages and across the courtyard. The courtyard is extensively landscaped to create permeable surfaces and host plants and trees in a bioswale to filter heat and light and minimize the thermal heat gain on the building envelope. The courtyard includes several patio decks to extend the learning and social areas and is equipped with many seating alcoves, and also features a shaded outdoor play space for the daycare facility. The widest section of the courtyard is framed by the entry, the treehouse cafe, and the main atrium. This is arranged to be able to host large indoor-outdoor community gatherings. To conclude, my design places emphasis on the social sustainability of the site. This influenced both the process and the form of the campus. I aimed to practice responsible urban planning and design by integrating public, social, and educational space with the goal of bolstering the surrounding community. A study of other higher education precedents indicates a clear inclination toward flexible learning environments and the integration of academia with civic and professional sectors. I believe the Lime Community Learning Commons concept effectively responds to these trends by encompassing all 3 elements.